وصحبه أجمعين. يا ربنا لك الحمد حمدا كثيرا طيبا مباركا فيه. نتابع ما بدأنا به في الحياة الزوجية السعيدة ومفاتيح السعادة إن شاء الله. Now let me answer these two questions. How did the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam resolve issues in marriage? How did he resolve issues in marriage? As you will see from our lectures or training last week and today, if we have that skills, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he just taught people by his actions. And what we mentioned now, 10 things about Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, how he dealt with his wives. This is the duty of each husband. The duty of each husband, let me share with you here. The duty of each husband here. Bismillah. You can take pictures for these in Arabic and English. الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم كالزوج. كان النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم زوجا يحب زوجته ويخبرها بذلك. Number 1. كان يلاطف زوجاته. كان الرسول زوجا يساعد زوجاته بأعمال المنزل. كان وفيا مع زوجاته. كان يحترم زوجاته. كان يجمل نفسه لزوجاته. كان يعلم زوجاته. كان يصبر على زوجاته. ما ضرب الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم امرأة أبدا. كان يعدل بين زوجاته. So these 10 things, 10 duties, 10 responsibilities upon each husband. He should love and show that love to his wife. He should be kind with her. He should help her and support her. He should be trustworthy person with her. He should respect her. He should take care of himself, cleanliness and hygiene for her, and beautify himself for her. He should teach her and share knowledge with her, support her to continue also her study. He should be patient with his wife. He should not hit her or abuse her. He should not bother her with some physically or emotionally. And he should be just with her. These are the duties of each husband. Okay? How can we solve the issues? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he has no issue with his wives from his side as a husband. Maybe from them, they did sometimes something, and he solved it with patience, with sabr. And always when we, like a husband, if I practice Islam well, and if I follow the footsteps of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam well, I will have no issue in my life with my family, with my wife. Never ever. If I follow, remember this, if I follow the sunnah, the footsteps of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, if I follow him well, and I practice Islam well, I will have no issue in my life. I will have no issue with my wife at all. If something happened, you need to review your practicing in Islam. You might miss something important. You might not practicing Islam well. This is like formula. We need to be careful. Okay. The other question: can a husband remain silent for days at home, like cut conversation between him and his wife? It should not be like that. Without conversation, without talking, you cannot solve the issue. You have to talk. You might, yes, you need time to forget maybe certain things. You can take your time, 1 day, 2 days, maybe. Just, I will not talk. I will talk about it later. But to cut that conversation and that talk with your wife for days, for weeks. This kind of what kind of relation you have now if you have no conversation? So you need to talk and you need to sit. And the best thing that you can do it privately, not in front of your family members. Don't solve your issues with your wife. Don't solve your issues with your husband in front of everyone, even your children. Do not do that in front of them. So this is Rasul, the Messenger ﷺ, as a husband. 5 things here and 5 things here. Now let us go to the duties of a wife towards her husband. Now don't ask me what the duties of husband toward his wife. Why? Why? You with me or not? No? Don't ask me about the duties of husband toward his wife. Why you don't ask me? Why you should not ask me? I already mentioned that. No. Sister Khadija, no, I mentioned that before you came in. I mentioned that. Anyone from Zoom can tell me? What about this? Rasul, the messenger as a husband. Yes, I mentioned this. So 10 things about Rasulullah as a husband, you should practice it as a husband. These are your responsibilities toward your wife. Otherwise, you are not following the sunnah of Rasulullah. Otherwise, you are not practicing Islam. Otherwise, you are not good Muslim. 10 things. The messenger as a husband, you have to do that. You have no choice. If you miss one of these things, you are going to have some issues in your life. Don't blame your spouse. Don't blame your wife. Blame yourself if you don't practice all of these things. If you practice 10 of these, you are perfect. You will have no issue from your side. Maybe if an issue came, for sure, you are not the one who created that issue. That issue came from your wife, for sure. Because you did well. You did your best. So these are the duties of husband. Because Rasulullah is husband, right? He is male and you are male. He is husband. You are the husband. Follow him. Now let us go to the duties of wife. Only 4 things? Yes, only 4. Only 4 things. As a husband, 10 things. As a wife, just please do these 4 things and you will be the best of the best. Are you ready to do that? Assalamu alaikum, everyone. No one is answering. Sister, hello. Only 4 things. Only 4.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yes.
Okay. Alhamdulillah. Only 4 things. Are you ready to apply? To be a good and perfect wife, inshallah? See, I asked husbands to practice 10 things. And I am asking you only 4 things. Okay, easy. الطاعة في المعروف. Obedience in خير. To make that خير, that معروف toward your husband, it is part of your faith. And to have peace, obey him. You are the wife. He is the husband. We need to have one boss in the house. Who is the boss in the house? You as a wife. You. So we need to have one boss. So only one boss, one director, one principal. Okay? 2 partners. You are partners, yes, but we need one to drive that boat. 2 drivers in the same car, 2 drivers in the same boat, 2 drivers, the pilot, 2 pilots, and each one of them decide to go in different direction. What will happen for the passengers? So we need, as a female, as a wife, as a woman, Allah created you to help and to obey your husband. Why? Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam gave you this glad tidings. sallallahu alayhi wasallam. إذا صلت المرأة خمسها وصامت شهرها وحفظت فرجها وأطاعت زوجها قيل لها ادخل الجنة من أي أبواب الجنة شئت. If the woman, the Muslimah, the mu'minah, if she prayed her 5 daily prayer, and if she fasts her month of Ramadan, and if she protect herself from haram, she didn't commit haram, fahisha, وأطاعت زوجها, and she obeyed her husband, Allah Azza wa Jal will tell her on the day of judgment, enter any gates of Jannah you wish. 8 gates of Jannah, you can choose any gate and you can enter Jannah. Some people, they have no choice to enter Jannah from anywhere. They have certain ways to enter Jannah. But you as a wife, because you took care well of your husband, of your house, and you prayed well, and you take care of the principles of Islam, you will enter Jannah easy. Okay? One day, a woman, Sahabiya, from the companions of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, she said, she came to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and she told him, Ya Rasulullah, my friends from the ladies group, they sent me to talk on their behalf. Okay, what do you want? She said, Ya Rasulullah, Allah Azza wa Jal sent you to all mankind, and our husbands, our children, our boys, our brothers, they are spending time with you. They are traveling with you. They are doing jihad with you. They are attending halaqah with you. They are going with you everywhere. But for us, we just stay home. We don't go, we don't travel with you, we don't attend halaqah with you, we don't attend the programs that you are doing, and our husbands or our brothers, they are attending and they doing. And we take care of your children. She said, وَإِنَّا مَعْشَرَ النِّسَاءِ مَحْصُورَاتٌ مَقْصُورَاتٌ قَوَاعِدُ بُيُوتِكُمْ وَمَفْضَى شَهَوَاتِكُمْ وَحَامِلَاتُ أَوْلَادِكُمْ. So we are your halal. You fulfill your desires with us. We are lawful, we are halal for you. And we are carrying your babies. And we are taking care of your houses. And we are preparing food for you. And we stay home. وَإِنَّكُمْ مَعَاشِرَ الرِّجَالِ. And you are, guys, men, with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. She is talking with Rasulullah. Ya Rasulullah, with the group of men with you, you are better than us. How? She said, you go to Salat al-Jama'ah every day, 5 times every day, and Jumu'ah as well on Friday. It is not mandatory upon ladies. And they go there, and they have that ajr and thawab reward. We don't have that reward. And you go and you visit sick people. And you attend funeral homes and doing janazah prayer. And you go to Hajj every year. And you go with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to do jihad and to protect your country, to protect your faith. وَإِنَّ الرَّجُلَ مِنْكُمْ إِذَا خَرَجَ حَاجًّا أَوْ مُعْتَمِرًا أَوْ مُرَابِطًا حَفِظْنَا لَكُمْ أَمْوَالَكُمْ وَغَزَلْنَا لَكُمْ أَثْوَابَكُمْ وَرَبَّيْنَا لَكُمْ أَوْلَادَكُمْ فَمَا نُشَارِكُكُمْ فِي الْأَجْرِ يَا رَسُولَ اللَّهِ. And whenever you travel for Hajj or for any trip, we just stay home to take care of your children and to prepare your home again. When you come back, you see everything is okay and perfect. And we don't have any reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because our men, husbands, are doing that great effort with Rasulullah, with the Prophet. فالتفت النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم إلى أصحابه بوجهه كله. Then Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم, he was listening to that lady, that wise lady. She represented the big group of ladies behind her. After he listened to her and he looked at his Sahaba, and he والتفت بوجهه كله, and he looked at his Sahaba. He told them, هل سمعتم مقالة امرأة قط أحسن في مسألتها عن أمر دينها من هذه? Did you hear ever better than this question or this story from this amazing and wise lady? She did a great job in her question. ما شاء الله. فقالوا يا رسول الله ما ظننا أن امرأة تهتدي إلى مثل هذا. We didn't think that a woman from among us, our ladies, among us, our wives, could come with this amazing question or amazing topic to discuss with you directly. Because we feel that it is a tradition and culture and this should be like this. فالتفت النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم إليها. Then Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم turned back again to her and he told her, انصرفي أيتها المرأة. Oh, respected lady, go back to your group of women. وأعلمي من خلفك من النساء, and let them know, please inform them this very important thing. أن حسن تبعل إحداكن لزوجها وطلبها مرضاته واتباعها موافقته تعدل ذلك كله. She told him, he told him, go back and please inform the people behind you, all ladies, that if one of you as a wife took care of her husband and seek his satisfaction, satisfied him and obeyed him, واتباعها موافقته, and she agreed with him with good things, of course, تعدل ذلك, that will equal all of these huge reward that you are mentioning about Hajj and Umrah, Siyam, Jihad, and Ziyarat al-Marid, visiting sick people and doing Janazah prayer and sitting with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, attending Jama'ah, attending Jumu'ah. Just whatever you are doing with your husband, doing well with your husband, only one thing that will equal all of these ibadat and worship. Then that lady turned back and said, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. She said, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. She like kind of dancing, exciting, just walking back to tell her people what she received answer from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So that will be worth it, to obey your husband. It is nothing like just obey him, you are servant or you are slave. No, no, no. You are the boss. You are partner. You are the wife. But you need to have that agreement. You need to support him, not to go against him. You need to be with him. Let me tell you this. Deal with your husband as a baby. Big baby. Very big baby. And every husband wants to have his wife like this, to deal with him in this way. Don't look at his position or his age or his title. Every husband expects from his wife to deal with him and to take care of him like this. But at the same time to obey him. He's a man. He's a husband. Allah Azza wa Jal created us in this shape. Man and woman. Man is the husband, woman, and we have to have each one of us in that role. Okay, you cannot be pregnant to take her role and to take her job. And she cannot take also your job. No one can change the nature of Allah. Fitrat Allah. This is fitrah. Allah created us in these shapes. And if some people, they are like fighting now to change this fitra, they will mess up everything. وَقَلِيلٌ مِنْكُنَّ مَنْ يَفْعَلُ. But he said, rarely, few ladies, few women, they might do that. Prophet ﷺ mentioned that. He said, not every woman, she can practice this thing and understand her role well and her job. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. This is number one. Obey your husband. What's the meaning of obeying husband in khayr, in goodness, in ibadah, worship? Don't obey him if he asks you to do something haram. No way. Because we have to obey him. No. Obey him with good things, in good and in khayr. لا طاعة لمخلوق في معصية الخالق. If anyone, not only husband, even if your parent asks you to do something haram, no way. I cannot disobey Allah because of anyone in this earth. Okay? Unfortunately, some husbands, they ask their wives to remove their hijab and to mix with people and to go with them here and there. Why? He feels shy to have his wife with hijab and with like modesty clothes. And he asks, she's supposed, and some sisters, may Allah bless them all, may Allah increase them in iman and khair, mashallah. They are suffering. They said, my husband is requesting these kind of things. What should I do? He is my husband. He doesn't help me to obey Allah. He is pushing me to do haram stuff, to disobey Allah. What I should do? So subhanAllah, some people, they don't. At that level, yes, we ask you, don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. Don't obey him if he put you at that level. Yes.
Your husband asks the wife to do something that has different opinions.
Okay, good question. If the husband asks his wife to do things, but that thing has two different opinions, yes, like permissible and not permissible. If that two choices and two opinions are valid, go with your husband's opinion to have peace. Again, we need to sacrifice. We need to sacrifice, sisters. Sisters, please do not stick with one opinion. If he has valid opinion, valid option, please go with him. And please, brother, husband, if your wife has valid opinion as well, please go with her as sacrifice. Be humble for the sake of your love, for the sake of your life, for the sake of your house, for the sake of your children. Now, amana. What's the meaning of amana? The honesty. What do you feel from this word? Like the wife should be honest with her husband. You should not lie, yes.
You can entrust her with your house, with your money, especially when you're not there, traveling for work or any other reason.
Trust her, your money, your house, your work, your family. Yeah, because usually the husband out of the house for his work, he travels a lot. So he has to have that trust in his wife. What else? The secret of his house, the confidentiality of that house, she should not share things, and he also should not share private things with others. This is the honor, sharaf, the honor of the house, the honor of the wife, the honor of the husband. I have to respect it. And this is very important. And we mentioned earlier about you should not share anything about your private room, about your private stuff, your private things between you and your spouse under any condition. Number 3, request or seek his satisfaction. Because this is like kind of obeying him But in the same time, if your husband is not happy with you, or you get him upset or angry, Allah will not accept your salah. Allah will not accept your ibadah. So please fix things between you and him. Yani, again, if that husband is good and he has right, and you are the one who did that mistake, and you are the one who should fix it. If you have it, if you have that in your side, please fix it. Do not say, okay, I will not do that. Let him do this. No, please be just and fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Be mindful of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. إذا دعا الرجل امرأته إلى فراشه فلم تأته فبات غضبان عليها لعنتها الملائكة حتى تصبح. So if the husband called his wife to his bed to sleep with her, to have the normal yani, relation as a wife and a husband, and she refused. She said no. لعنتها الملائكة, the angels will curse her till all night, till the day, till the following morning. She didn't satisfy him. Let me say this thing, brothers and sisters. It's not secret. It's very important. The man, as a husband, he requests usually that relation. And he wants, and he has that desire more than woman. Woman sometimes is busy with her baby, her pregnant, her things. And subhanAllah, Allah created this man in this shape and created this woman in this shape. That's why if he calls her and she doesn't fulfill his desire in halal way, he might think to fulfill his desire in haram way, in wrong way, right? And you are the one who will help him. You are the one, you are the halal of him. Anti halalu, huwa halalu. So it is normal from the husband to call his wife. Maybe every day. Maybe every day twice. I don't know. But if anything happened like that, the wife should help me, should satisfy him. Sometimes we don't understand this, and issues came between husband and wife because of that thing. And people sometimes they don't talk about it. And issues and problems came, and sometimes they don't mention it. And they start to have different issues in direct way just to have divorce. Now, please forgive me to mention that, but you need to be wise enough and good believers to accept the decision of Allah when He said, as a man, he has permission to have 4 wives. We have to respect the decision of Allah. Naturally, the husband requests that relation maybe every day. Okay? The woman doesn't request that every day or whatever, as a husband, like your husband. There's nothing wrong to mention that, because we are in marriage now workshop, and we have adult and we have brothers and sisters. They need to understand well. When I hear this reality or this fact, I said, Alhamdulillah, that we have faith, we have deen, that Allah told us in Quran, you have option to have 1 more wife. You have 1 more option to have 2nd wife or 3rd wife or 4th. It is not like normal for everyone. Of course, we have some exceptions. That exceptions will fit, like medicine. Not everyone should take medicine every day because it is medicine. No, as needed. As needed. And in this point, we respect the decision of Allah. Nobody can fight. Nobody can say, oh, why Islam said that? Why you are, guys? Few days ago, it is very funny. My wife went to the park with my kids and she saw a lady. That lady came to her. Hello, good afternoon, how are you? You are Muslim? Yeah, right, I am Muslim. Okay. Then that lady said, in Islam, you have permission to have 4 wives, right? She said, yes, but why you are asking this question? She said, yeah, because I hear that about Islam, they have that. What about you, about your husband? First time, she just saw her in the park. Some people, they think about Islam only about these kind of things, and it is kind of exceptions. Exceptions. Myself and this man, we cannot think in this way. We cannot think. We cannot. Not everyone. More than enough. More than enough. One, more than enough if you really you give her right and you do the 10 things, you need to put more effort to be just and to be kind and to be nice and to take care of her and to understand the life, to have your responsibility toward her, toward your children, your house. So it is big responsibility, but some exceptions again. If that person said, my wife is sick, she cannot satisfy me. My wife is suffering. I will not divorce her. I love her. I respect her. But I'm trying, I'm thinking another thing. You understand? At that point, and unfortunately, some sisters or some culture, they don't understand that person. Well, you have to suffer with her as well for your entire life. Yeah, she's not able. She cannot. So here, 4 things only for the lady to enter Jannah and to be a perfect wife. Obey your husband, be honest, and satisfying. Sallallahu ala Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Last one, number 4. طلب إذنه. Take permission from him. When you go out from home, when you travel, when you do things, it is good to take permission from him. Unfortunately, some people, they force their daughter to visit them without permission, to do things without permission from her husband. Or she decides to go to the work or to do some activities or programs or without permission, without agreement. That will create many issues. Permission. You should not fast without permission from your husband. Of course, not Ramadan. Ramadan mandatory. We are not talking about Ramadan. About voluntarily fast. One day, a brother get married from one sister. She was a very good sister, memorizing Quran, studying, mashallah, Islamic studies, have halaqa, has program, activities, qiyamul layl, siyam. Then he gave up. I'm husband. Please understand. I need you here. No, I need to pray qiyamul layl. Tomorrow I'm fasting. Okay, I have halaqah Quran. I have program here. I have in masjid. Okay, I understand you are very religious lady and you are reading Quran, you are fasting. What about me? We need to understand. طلب إذني. Take permission from before you will go to teach Quran, before you fast Monday and Thursday after Ramadan. Take permission from him. لا تصوم المرأة وبعلها شاهد إلا بدين. This is hadith from Prophet ﷺ. A woman should not fast without permission from her husband. Okay. Okay. other hadith لا تؤذي امرأة زوجها في الدنيا إلا قالت زوجته من الحور العين لا تؤذيه قاتلك الله فإنما هو عندك دخيل يوشك أن يفارقك إلينا. So when a wife bothered her husband for no reason, just I want to give you a hard time. I'm not in good mood and I'm going to make you also in bad mood. Why only in bad mood? Also you have to be in bad mood. That's okay. I'm not happy, you have to be not happy as well. Whenever some people they like to create issues. If any woman, that this hadith, if any woman hurt her husband in dunya, so the wife of that husband in akhirah from al-hur al-ain will talk with that wife in dunya. Do not bother him, do not hurt him. He is just a guest and he is going to leave this dunya soon and we are waiting for him in Jannah. And you will not be his wife in Jannah. So it is very important. Take care of your husband. It is not a joke. It is not easy to go and open case against your husband easily. I'm going to destroy him. I'm going to, okay, for what? You don't think about akhirah? Here, please don't misunderstand. I'm not talking about hukuk or rights. If you have cases or you have court cases or things open when the court involved, it is not my job here to tell you do or not do or give up or close that. No. I'm talking in general. It is not easy to do things against your spouse, whether husband or wife. It is mithaq ghalidh. It is honor contract between you and who? And Allah. It is not between you and your husband or your wife. No, it is between you and Allah. That contract, the marriage contract, is contract between you and Allah to deal with this person as a wife. This is contract between you and Allah to deal with this person as a husband. So that will make us understand more our relation with our spouses. Okay? Any question before we move to other topic? The husband, this is a good question. Should the husband ask his wife, should he ask permission from his wife to get married from second wife? Islamically, no. Islamically meaning that his new contract, his marriage contract, there is no space for his first wife to sign or to have permission, Islamically. But yes, it is good to have agreement. Again, agreement. Always we need to discuss for some reason. Otherwise, she will give hard time to her husband or give hard time to that wife. Again.
Or is after they've been married,
It is very complicated and tough for me to answer these questions because we have how many cases we have? Million of cases, each case different than other. Each one has different circumstances.
in your request before you get married that I don't want you to get a prison contract that I don't want you to.
Yes, that is up to the contract. You can ask whatever you want. It is contract and it is your condition, your call, whatever you want. Based of the things that you can handle or not. Yeah. But at the end, as I mentioned, it is very complicated and detailed. That the one when he decide to go to other wife or to have other wife in his life, and he is not going to divorce first wife. We have to understand that case as well. And we are not here to convince anyone about second wife. Let us fix our issues first with the first wife. Okay, so it is not the case, but I need really, sincerely, wallahi, I need my brothers and my sisters to understand well the rules of Quran Kareem. Not to avoid this. Otherwise, you might put yourself in trouble if you say, I don't agree with this, with the second wife or third wife as a rule of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as a, like Sharia. I don't agree. You are fighting Allah. You are challenging Allah. No, you have to be respectful to the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Other step, okay. What's wrong with your wife? Why you are deciding to get married for a second wife? There is some detail, some issues. That person, he maybe didn't or couldn't solve his issues. So yes, we can talk. Otherwise, not just because she didn't prepare food for a few days and I'm going to, calm down. Or she didn't do this. We have some issues, we have to solve it first. It is not joke to start a new life and to have one else in your life, and you are not able to handle first one. Your first wife in your life, you didn't and you couldn't handle it, or you couldn't solve the issues. How can you handle new issues? You will not have hur al-ain in dunya. You might have more issues because the issue is from you, not from her. From you. Why you blame her? Maybe the issue from your side. So it is complicated, and I cannot give any advice in general, but I'm trying to just tell you that the options that Allah put in Quran Kareem, He is the wise, subhanahu wa ta'ala. He has wisdom behind. Sallallahu subhanahu wa ta'ala. We will go into other topic in 5 minutes, inshallah.